Alright, let's build another section of the Mecha Team Leader by LEGO Fortnite. This is set number 77078. Contains 2,503 pieces, retails for $249.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Thank you, LEGO. And yeah, we're still on this. And what you see here is pretty much what we've done so far, and I'm already experiencing some parts falling off of this. Already down to a 9, just because of stuff like this just falls off pretty easily. And I'm still not interested in the build. At the beginning it was okay, but nah, not too much now. And that's all the stickers we have done. Not too scary. So in this build installment today, we're going to be focusing on bags 9 and 10, which should wrap up this leg here and the other leg attachment to this and the foot and stuff like that. So let's begin with bag 9. Let's build it. I want to get this one out of the way as quickly as I can because I got other things I want to focus on. At least it's blue, not some weird color. Well, we want weird colors, but well, we got small bags, so obviously this is going to take some time. And yeah, this is the island of misfit toys today. We're working from sets from that. Whoops, and I'm dropping parts. So be careful with your bag 9. There's lots of little pieces in this one. Looks like we're going to be here for a while. And yeah, I'm just not interested. Every time I sit down, someone's always chiming the phone that I have to find. Okay, yeah, I'm running around ragged today, and yeah. So we'll be working back on this one here. And let's get going on this here. Let's make sure we got everything ready to go. I am just, not that I'm burned out, I just don't care about this set. Why did I accept it? It wasn't by choice. So we're here. And just trying to get a bunch of stuff done. Today is the 28th of July 2025, which is the last installment. So that's pretty much what I've done. And then now we're here trying to get this done today. Jay, you know, I'm tired of hearing you complain about it. Why did you get it? I wish it was something else. This, like I said, it wasn't by choice. Kind of just don't want to. I just don't really care about this one anymore. Okay, that's getting annoying. Hold up. I'm off work right now. And it seems like whatever I do, somebody's chiming my bells. Jay, you seem like you need a break. I need more than a break. I mentioned let's get away from technology from the family and to the family, and they were like, "Oh no, 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 no! We got to be around all this stuff." Yeah, I want to go where there's no cell service. Okay, let's see here. So hopefully I can get part of this done tonight. I may have to do it late at night. But yeah. I'm doing a boring set, and then I have people pestering me. I guess that maybe that's an omen. Maybe I shouldn't be filming anymore. But it's like I try to explain to them, I'm trying to get this done as fast as I can, so I don't have to look at it anymore. And you tell people, hey, just wait 30 minutes. 30 minutes is too long, so it's like, whatever. Okay, let's set that off to the side here. So yeah, this is one of those ones I'm just kind of, I don't care about. But just imagine I could be building a boat or something. Or a campground. No, I'm building a mech. Well, at least I get some awesome parts out of this when I'm done. When is that going to happen? Probably after Christmas. No, I swear I'm going to get this done before Christmas. And okay. You know what gets me? I've been sitting back here just editing videos. Nobody bothers me. Right when I hit the record, that's when everybody wants to bother me. Isn't that funny? Like, I'll sit out here for hours and nobody's like even messaging me or anything. And then right when I hit the record on the camera, it's like, oh, gotta stop. Alright. But I won't be in here for too long. I'm just going to do bags 9 and 10. It may take me several hours, the way everybody's been kind of wanting me to do stuff for them. It's like, let me get this boring turd out of the way, and then we'll do something fun, which here is, let's watch a lot of TV, which I really don't want to do. Can we please stop rubbing against the wall? Jay, you seem like you're not having a whole lot of fun. No, not really. That goes like that. Well, we're using some 2x3s. The other one we didn't even have those, so I swear this set was something that some person had just literally pieced together out of just some random parts out of a Lego collection. It's like I said, this is something that if I knew, you know, really ahead of time, instead of literally giving me hours, when they introduced the set to me, I just read through real quickly. I had to do work. By the time the weekend came around, I thought, well, I don't really need it. I got too many sets. It was too late. So now I have this in the way, and you know, it's like, okay, I want to do a camper or something. I can't even do that right now. But we'll get this out of the way here real quick. I don't really want to start a big build until I get this. As a matter of fact, I'd like to get all the sets reviewed, because I have a gut feeling they're going to send me more. And I really don't have time to get all of them done. And I put the wrong color in there. Smurf. I got to take those off. Well, the whole thing is disintegrating just to get this out of here. And these are not something you can get out with a brick separator very easily. You know what this reminds me of? That stupid Panda Bear set. Like, I was literally just frustrated. I was getting bored of it. This one's got colors, but this one's... I mean, when I did the Transformer set, that was fun. This, I mean, of course, the Transformer is something I grew up with too. And, you know, that thing can transform literally. This thing here, the only thing it can transform is into a pile of parts when we're done with it. I really don't have any interesting stories to tell except for the constant pestering of me, but that's to be expected. Oh, the airplane's going overhead. Yeah, I could think of one YouTuber right now who would really love to watch this because he hates mechs. Don't blame you. I don't like this either. It's boring. Alright. Is there anything that makes you happy, Jay? Yes, there is things that make me happy. I'm not looking at this. Okay. Well, we need that. No, maybe we don't. Looking for a 2x3. Blue is not a color that I commonly have, so yeah. And what I mean by direct to parts bin, when I'm done with the review, I don't know if I'll put this on display. It just may just go right into the parts bin. And that's what I call direct to parts bin. This is just... it's like, okay, I got a bunch of junk parts in my Lego collection that I don't use. what can I possibly make out of these? Just bits and pieces of other parts, out of other sets. This is pretty much what it is. I think for the thumbnail, I'm going to put a Jay the Surfer just sad on there, like crying, because he had to put this together, which is me. And see, these keep falling off. I mean, we're already at a 9 already. Build quality was pretty good at first, but you got all these little decorations that are just tacked on and they're falling off. And sorry, I'm zoning out here. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Just let me get this done. Yeah, let me get this tile in there so I can... Alright, guys and gals. I'll be right back again. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, where did I leave off? Jay, seems like you're having a rough day. Earlier, it's not too bad, and you get home early, everybody's laying down in bed. It's when everybody gets up. Can you help me with this? Can you do that? Yeah, okay, fine. I miss living alone. I really do. Because then I can do things at my own pace. But when I get done with this section, I got to stop, which means I probably won't get this thing done until later in the evening, because I want to clean up in here, which probably won't happen. Alright. Now you guys and gals wonder why I don't build houses anymore. And for those who said, Jay, you don't build a lot of houses. Yeah, taking care of my elderly parents, it's just a lot of work. I used to have a lot of free time, not anymore. Okay, we're not done with this yet, obviously. Just like that one, this one's pretty much almost a clone of that one, just a different color. But different parts, you wouldn't be able to mirror this one anyway, so I'm glad now I didn't do that. And this goes... We're rotating this thing about a million ways, and I'm starting to get irritable with it. There we go. It's got to tilt over too. Yeah, not entertaining today. Who's all ready to do something fun? What's that fun you speak of, Jay? I don't know. Tell me what it is and we'll find out. Alright. Yeah, that tucks under there, I think. Huh. Oh yeah, it does. It's like it doesn't fit. I got a glare right on this book. And... yeah. We're still not done yet with this step. Sometimes I'll throw like a million pieces in one step. And you gotta remember where you left off. And then there's some... that comes off again. I'm knocking it down to 8.5. I don't care. Like I want to build this anyways. Okay. The build quality is pretty good, except for the accessories that are on it. So I'll probably mention that. Can you still see what I'm doing? Maybe you don't want to see what I'm doing. Maybe we'll have to have a durability test of this. And then after that, we start putting parts in here. Getting frustrated right now with this. I just don't want to do it. And yeah, I came home today though. I had a big old massive lunch. Well, us dinner. And they were expecting me to bring home something. I said, oh, I stopped off. I said, I was working all day. I wasn't going to stop and order through the clown's mouth or whatever to get a meal. I said, I'm hungry now, and I didn't want to wait to go through drive-through. Ruffled up some feathers. I thought, too, I don't want fast food. I want to be able to be full. Yeah, but we're all hungry here. Well, I'm not. You know, you're the one who didn't want to go out, not me. So that's where I left it at. But, you know, that's to be expected. Alright. Yeah, this is almost identical to the last one here. I know some people are tired of hearing me complain on here. But hey, at least I get to vent on here without cussing anybody out. I just don't have to use bad language. Yes, I do cuss like a sailor for those who know, but I don't do it on YouTube. No need to do that. And then, yeah, this is just something that somebody had randomly built out of their junk parts. And then this goes right here. It's built like the other one, except it's closed down, and then you put these in here. Now this thing's not meant to open back up. This is just meant to just sit there. Because by the time we're done with putting these in here, this won't open up as much. I kid you not. Okay, it will not open up. Wait, that's not supposed to go there. Yeah, I'm kind of pooped on this one. Got a couple of these which are cool. They're not total perfect balls, but they're close. They, I thought they had a cross hole in there. You could stick a cross axle in there, but no. See, this doesn't open up, so it's not meant to open. And now we got to let these two get acquainted with each other. This thing feels like it's about to bust off. Alright, so the nail parts, the flathead parts are on the top here. So what I'm gathering is it's like this. It shows it straight up, but we can't do that. The best thing to do is to kind of set this in here. And my apologies, I don't have a GoPro to show you. I'm putting it in. I'm just going to set it in, and I'm just going to drop these in. I'm just going to wiggle it in until I get locked in there. I'm not going to push it in all the way, because I got to put this one in here. So once I can rotate it and it locks in like that, I can push it. Then I can lock it down all the way. Okay, so just push those all the way down in there. And then we got to put something back here. Yeah, I can't wait to read the comments on this one. I know, I can just hear it now. Jay, why did you even accept it? I didn't have a chance to cancel it. They just kind of didn't care. They just said, oh, no, it's on its way. Usually they give me about a week or so. No, this one here, they really just rushed it. I think they knew that they think this is going to be a big seller. I honestly doubt it. This is like just pulling parts out of my junk bin here. And then this right here, okay, this goes right here. The same way as this one here, but it's got to face the other way. Like that. Okay. Yeah, and then you got to come in here. We're going to flip this thing over. Going to flip it like this. Be very careful. We don't know what things to break. And you got to stick these bushings in here. And be sure to hold underneath so you can keep the nails in there. Or the technique with flange or something. But I got to finger roll that in. There we go. See, they're starting to want to pop back out. Okay. And then that's it for that bag. And yeah, he's still doing the splits. And this thing right now, do it on something flat, but it feels like these joints are about to break. I mean, literally. So now I'm starting to say that build quality is starting to lack a little bit. It's built very well, but I'm afraid these joints here are going to break apart. And yeah, I got to go take care of some stuff. Okay, about 30 minutes later, getting to bag 10. And this is where we're going to stop at in this installment. And while I'm unbagging this, I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being contributors. That's always a cool thing to see. And thank you to everybody who's on my Patreon. That's always nice. As well as my Rubricable customers. And in addition to not getting this part out of here, that's never a nice thing to see, is part stuck in the bag. But I always appreciate seeing the comments on this channel and reading everything and seeing what your input is on a set like this. So thank you to my subscribers, commenters, and if you like the video, sure, that's cool. And if this is not up to your snuff, then I'll understand. You know, I mean, who wants to see a grown man put together a set and complain all the way through it, right? Oh my goodness, look at all the small stuff in here that just doesn't want to come out of the bag as well. Alright, more belly aching. Okay, Jay, just shut your trap, get it done, and move on. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. And I mean, there's some interesting pieces that I see out of this set, stuff that I could use. But honestly, yeah, I could just live without most of this stuff. So I had to take care of some stuff. Hopefully I can get this done. I'm like, please, let me get this done another 30-40 minutes and I will be yours tonight. But right now I have to get this focused on and going. So we get a lot of friction pins. I've got a bunch of these friction pins in my inventory. And I still got an hour left on this memory card. Cool. Alright. But once we get that thing to stand up or sit or whatever, it'd be nice. Okay, we got to put 2 of these on top. Oh, you got to stack all these on top, I think. Yeah. Oh, except for the red needs to go on the top. What did I do? Put it on the bottom. Like I care. Okay. When they brought out the first wave of Fortnite sets, those were pretty fun to put together. Except for Peely Bone. I thought, yeah, this thing here is a little too futuristic for me. Yeah, but like I said, I gotta build it, so get it out of the way. I think after this, though, I'm going to edit a tutorial before I go to bed. I think one of my videos that I filmed, I forgot to put the shout-outs in there. So remember, if you think your name's not being mentioned, just look at the date when I do it on there. That's the date that counts, not the date that I post the video. So if you subscribe at a certain time and the video's released that same day, you most likely won't see your name on the ticker thing. That's just how it is. They used to have annotations on YouTube. They don't anymore, so I can't just change it. Alright. Alright. So, yeah. I gotta check Discord when I get done. I gotta do that still. Before I can do that, I want to get this out of the way. I do have a friend of mine who just wants the set. Literally. So. I'm like, okay, you want it, and there it is. I can't give you this one, but alright. I mean, of course, Jay, you could survive this. I know, I've got this one. I've got this one. I can survive it. But if you're looking for some decent parts, and you find this set dirt cheap, here you go. And I'm still processing videos too. My goal is to get everything processed, get it up onto, get it up on YouTube and be done with it. So, yeah, not too bad at all. So it looks like this is just the hamburger car. I don't know what his name is, but I already forgot. Durrr, is that his name? What a waste. I got to get these parts done. I got to get this done so I can harvest these parts for good stuff. Harvest them while they're still fresh. Okay, but I did read your comments. I think I mentioned this in a few other episodes ago that you like the laid-back, chilled reviews. Yeah, that's what these are. You know, some people don't do that. I like to do them laid back. Just, it's more informal. I'm not a formal person. I want to sit here with a suit and tie and lie to you and tell you this is the best thing. All right. Remember we did in the last one, you had to stick this in here. So you just got to wiggle it in and until one of these goes in like that. And there you go. How am I going to take that apart? That's going to be tough. I think taking it apart would be a little easier than putting it together. Of course, as that old story, you can take something apart, can you put it back together? So yours is supposed to look like that so far. And then it goes in here. Yay, I'm having so much fun. I'm building my Mecha Team Leader. I'm having a blast doing this one. Having so much fun right now that something's appeared in a Dynamax raid. Okay, remember the tires? It's the same thing as we did in that last leg. So you rim them in here, and then you stick a cross axle in here. So what I'm going to do is just stick it just enough. Then I'm going to stick this in here and just rotate this wheel as best I can until I get it to lock in, and then just shove that all the way in. And don't do that on your good table or whatever. You don't want to be putting dents into things. Like this thing's already getting dented and marred. I mean, it looks like something that would run, like roll, but this one's not meant to roll. Like this one, you just rotate this cross axle until you find it fit and then do that. See, this doesn't spin. This is just meant to hold on to the table here, or just, you know, for grip. And for more things falling off the thing. I could be working on a camper right now. What am I doing? You. I could be making a restaurant or a house. No. I got a bunch of other sets that I could be working on. I don't know, I may do another set after this one here. Not today, but in between these, so I can... I don't want to be congested too much, but then again, I really want to get this one out of the way first. I just can't wait to read the comments. Watch, everybody likes this set and they really want it. Well, the eyes are printed on this one here. Like that. Kind of have them going out about 45 degrees. Well, I saw one. Oh, there's the other one. There we go. And there's a bunch of plates in here. Like literally. Start with that 1x2, then I'm going to put the corner plates in next. It'd be easy for me to find out and then just wrap around. Yeah, I was watching a video on YouTube. Apparently there was an estate sale months ago at the Poltergeist house. If you remember that 1982 movie, The Poltergeist, somebody actually did a walkthrough part of the house because they were having an estate sale. Yeah, it doesn't look scary, does it? This is like any ordinary house, like we'd see out here. I think it's like going over for $1 million. Imagine somebody doing an Airbnb out of that. But don't think the neighbors will take too kindly of that nonsense. And I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, now looks like we're doing more stuff here. Jay, what is this nonsense you're building? I don't know yet. It's the Durrr shoe. I'm wearing my Durrr today. It doesn't sound like a bad name for a tennis shoe, huh? I'm wearing my Durrr today. My Durrr. And this is supposed to be my nephew's last week at his job he has now before he signs out or clocks out and goes to the other one. Back east in Indiana. And yeah, I looked at the price of homes over there and cost of living. What am I doing here? I don't know. I'm looking for a slope that's gray. Oh no, it's orange. But I looked at the price of homes, I thought, you're kidding me. Man, it's cheap there. Gas is cheap. Electric is cheap. I'm sure natural gas is probably pricey. Like gas to fill up your car is cheaper. Out here it costs $6 to fill your car up with gas. Well, I think I try to avoid it. That's why I don't go through the drive-thru. If I can't sit down and eat it, no, it's not worth my time. If I have to burn up more gas, then forget it. That's why I try to run through and do a bunch of errands at a time. Okay, it looks like the picture. We didn't mess up. Now I would hold this down here when we putting this in. I'm afraid this is going to fly out, but I think this wheel here is going to hold it, but I'm going to put my finger there and I'm just going to stick these in here real quick. Yeah, but Indiana, I was looking, I thought, oh man, it's green over there. Where I'm at, it's all brown and things are dead and all that stuff. But then again, they have one thing that we're not prepared for out here is tornadoes. They don't have those out here. We have other things. Earthquakes don't bother me. Not too bad. Just imagine adding a windshield to that. That'd make a good mascot vehicle. Maybe we'll have to do that. Make this into an actual car. Rip this junk off and make it into something good. Like this front end would be perfect. Indiana. Never been there. Okay. If you're from Indiana and you're watching this, let me know. Is it really that cool over there? Probably you're going to tell me, oh, Jay, it's boring like everywhere else. Where I'm at is boring. No beach, no mountains. It's always hot here. It's sunny 300 plus days out of the year. Yeah, it's not a particularly fun. Okay, that goes up against that tire. Hot and miserable. Well, it's not hot and miserable. Everybody else back east is sweating right now. They're complaining about 100-degree weather. Out here, we're used to it. But right now, it's in the mid-90s. They hadn't even seen 100 degrees in probably about, I don't know, maybe a week or two. You know how many times we've been in the pool? Once. That's how cool it is. We haven't been in the pool all that much this year because it's been cool out here. Alright. Hey, we're getting here. We're getting this done, folks. I'm getting it done finally. Oh, wait. Okay, that does go there. Yeah, and I think my nephew after that has to go to Wyoming to complete his training. I'll have to look on the map. It's like, ooh, you're in nice country territory. Over there, start stocking up on gas and bring it back here where it's cheaper. Where I'm at right now, I think we have the most expensive gas. So it keeps us all at home. So we all don't have to go anywhere. Yeah, I mean, this set, though, it's still not appealing. I mean, you could see if I had a face cam right now, you'd see me kind of. It's like, really. Now, before we forget, we got to put these in. Remember last time I didn't remember to put these in. There we go. Now, you know what would be an interesting place to live in would be Alabama. Especially with the heavy Alabama accent. But over there, that's southern country. Everybody's got southern hospitality. Out here, you walk by on a jog, you say good morning, and they just look at you like you're funny out here. Like, why are you conversating with me for? So I kind of avoid people when I'm out going for a jog. Okay. Somebody stops and talks to me, I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, now this is what we have remaining for bag 10. Not bad. And we need to marry these two pieces together. This thing's already big as it is, so I'm hoping I don't break anything. So this, it's snapped into here. And I'm sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. There's not enough space to put this big monstrous thing. So it goes right in there, and you're good luck getting that in there, because even I have to kind of wiggle it, but it does fit. It snaps right in there. And that's it. Now, does it ask us to fold these legs up, or do we have to leave it like this? Let's see here. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and start with Summation of Thoughts here. And honestly, so far, it's kind of boring. It doesn't tell us to fold the legs, but I'm going to fold them anyways, so I'm running out of space here. We haven't really touched the stickers, but there's not a whole lot to begin with. The set is starting to experience some breakage, not too much. It feels like these are about to break at the joint, but that's what I'm gathering what they do. See, yeah, this is LEGO, this is really pathetic. This is kind of getting to be like garbage here. Alright, that I'm getting fed up with that breaking off. And no, I'm not going to glue it. Okay, and then now it just sits there. So this is actually just meant to grab on. Looks like a toddler right now. Looks like a toddler standing on my workbench. But let's see if we can zoom out here. And yeah, let's back this up so you can see it a bit better here. I don't think I can go any further. I got a bunch of stuff in the way here. Looks like Chucky from Child's Play. It's missing its head. And let's see here. Does it feel pretty sturdy? I mean, no. I don't know. I just... I mean, it's starting to represent something, but where does this go? Is this meant to go in here? I don't know. We know where the minifigure is going to go in there. But yeah, it's still not really appealing. Maybe if we had a big earthquake and this thing fell over and broke, I'll get off the hook from putting this one together. But build quality at this point, it's I mean, it's locked in pretty good. It's just this here, maybe I need to pull this leg out like that. That might be better, but I'm not too happy with that. But let me know what you think. To me, this thing deserves to be in the parts bin right now, but I'm not a quitter. I got to finish it up.